Namaste and welcome back to Waking Up with Mindful Serenity. And we're going to continue with the answering questions from the jar exercise. My questions are over here. Excuse me. I'm going to reach into the jar of many questions and pull one out. Wow. What's this say? Okay. I'm going to take a deep breath. And then I'm going to do my best to answer this question within 10 minutes. And the question I received was, why do we need to lean back instead of forward? Why do we need to lean back instead of forward? And I'm thinking this could mean have a whole bunch of different connotations to it, but I'm assuming what the individual means is what does it mean to lean back away from whatever's showing up in front of us in the form of physical events, people showing up, what people are saying to us, what this human I call me is experience. Why do we need to lean back away from that instead of leaning forward into it? What we need to do, I think, again, is just kind of have a basic understanding of those 5 koshas. If we're looking at the koshas in yoga, the first one being the physical and the most outer one being the physical kosha, the body. We have that experience of being in a physical body. Then we have an experience of being in the energetic body, though most of us Westerners are cut off from that experience because we can't seem to get the idea that there is a kosha between the physical body and the mental body called the energetic or subtle body. Then we have, of course, the mental body, which we're all familiar with, the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, the belief systems, the dogma, the doctrine, the ideation, the conceptualization, the rationalization, all on the exterior type of thinking format. And from there, we have the jhana body, and that is the wisdom body. That is where we go from thinking we understand to truly understanding and having the experience of knowing. And from there, we have the most inner of all the bodies, the Ananda body or the bliss body, which is the house of the soul. So those 5 bodies, what we want to do, most of us are right now living in the physical reality of things. We're so focused on what's going on in front of us, the things we're dealing with every day. We're so used to identifying ourselves as the body, other individuals as their body, seeing this distinct separation between my body lines and the body lines and the person in front of me and the person behind me, my loved ones, my friends, my spouse, my whatever. We're seeing all these distinctions. We also have the physicality of experiencing what the body is experiencing in forms of maybe not being well, or the body as it deteriorates as we age, which is, of course, the reality of existence, right? We become so wrapped in that, as well as our roles, what roles we play in society. Maybe it's a parental role, a child role, a friendship role, a co-worker role, whatever. We all have these roles that we take on, and we get so identified at them that we say, I am a nurse, instead of saying, I'm a person who nurses, right? And we cling to those roles as part of our identity. We also have the physicality of what we own in the physical world, what we're grabbing for in the physical world to make this thing inside feel okay. So we have that physical realm that we're all very familiar with. And we get so absorbed in that, we think it's who we are. We also identify with the mental body, those thoughts and feelings and ideas. And this is where the persona comes in, this idea of little me, this person that you see right now has a personality, and a personality is who I am. I am a happy person, I am a sad person, I am a fun person, I'm a adventurous person, I'm a boring person. Whatever, we identify with this personality that we have. It becomes who we are. We think that is what we are seeing in other people too. That's who they are. Their personalities is who they are. So we get so lost in these first 3 koshas. I'm going to exclude the energy body because I'm thinking in terms of North American society and North American culture. We don't really recognize the energetic body that exists between the physical body and the mental body, right? But we see ourselves as this. So if I see myself as a separate little entity with a body and a personality, I'm going to feel very vulnerable, first of all, because the world out there has all this changing phenomenon. Storms are coming, and crises are happening, and everything's going wrong. I mean, sure, there's lots of days when everything's going good, but if I see myself as separate, I'm going to see myself so vulnerable to the happenings of this world. And as a vulnerable, big, separate entity, I'm going to have to defend and attack. So I cling to this personality that I created that's not even real, and I do everything I can to defend and attack. It gets very personal. Life gets very personal. I start to believe that life is here to serve this personality when life is not about this personality at all. It's only one out of 8.5 billion personalities on this planet, on this little speck of salty, watery rock in the middle of this infinite universe. And I feel like that life is supposed to be here to serve this personality because I identified it as such. So that is getting immersed in the world. That is getting lost in the character. It's like we're all actors on a stage, like Shakespeare had said in As You Like It, but we get so identified with the roles we're playing, with this body and this mind and whatever it's doing, and we feel that whatever's happening is happening to me. It's all about me. And we get lost with these characters. We are simply playing on the stage of life. And the drama is constantly going on, with or without us. But we can only see it as happening through us, as these little beings, happening to us and through us. And when we do that, we are leaning forward into the drama of life. We're leaning forward so much we are lost in character. We forget that we're the actors playing these roles, and we can remove the masks and the costumes at any time. Yogananda said that most of our personalities are just masquerading selves that we wear. And that's what we're doing. We have these masking costumes on, playing a role, and we get so lost in it because we're leaning so forward into the role. We get lost in it. We forget that there's anything behind the mind, anything deeper than this personality and little meanness. When this questioner asks, well, why do I need to lean back? When we lean back, we step away from the drama. We widen our perspective, change the aperture on your lens, widen your perspective. So you're seeing more of the stage, not just my little thing that's right in front of me. I see more, I see the other characters, I see what the other characters are going through. Then I go back further and I see the entire stage on which all this act is going on. I see all the props and the scenery. Then I get even bigger and say, oh my gosh, that's getting smaller as I get back and lean back more and more away from it. I'm creating distance between me and all this life event that's going on. And I'm starting to see that I am not the life events. I am not the character on the stage. I am the observer, the objective observer, watching what's going on in the forefront of my existence. Who I am is in the background, watching the forefront. Not the drama, but the objective observer of the drama. And the first thing that does is it creates what yogis refer to as viraga, or detachment, non-attachment. I'm not so attached to all this stuff up here. I see that there's distance between me and it. Therefore, I am distant from it. I'm not there. I am not it. And the more distance we create as we lean back, the more we realize that we were never that. That was just the drama playing on stage, the human drama. And life was never here to serve me. Life is here to do what life does, be life. And I get to be a part of it. I get to be a participant in it. I get to experience it. I get to observe it. And then life can flow through me, and I can experience it as it comes through me when I'm leaning back instead of when I'm leaning forward into it. We get lost. We need to create distance between what is going on out here, the objects of consciousness, and fall back to be the subject, the observer of consciousness. This little thing I see now as I look in my reflection here is not who I am. I am the observer back here, just watching this little human I call me go around on the stage, doing what it does, all these things happening, curtains opening, curtains closing, crisis is going on, drama going on, but I'm not it, nor am I the actor in it. Sure, I have this body and this personality. It's great to have. Sure, my personality's there. I don't need it as much as I think I do. It's just something I created. I don't need the good opinion of other people. So I don't need to keep building this opinion, this personality, so I get it. I can step back here and simply observe what it's like, maybe not to have the good opinion of other human beings. Knowing that I'm living life fully and wholly, wholesomely and skillfully. And that requires a certain distance between what is happening on the stage and what is happening back here as objective observer. I want to be in the background, watching and experiencing, loving and releasing. When I'm attached, I am miserable. I'm at the mercy of every curtain call. I'm at the mercy of what all the other actors are doing. I'm at the mercy of what the screenwriter writes in. Maybe they'll write me in on this stage. Maybe they'll kill me on the next act, kill me off on the next act. I don't know. When I'm the objective observer, it doesn't matter what happens on the stage. I just get to watch it and participate in it as a member of the audience. And 8.5 billion people. It's a big audience. None of us have to be lost in the actor on the stage. And when we lean forward too much, we risk getting lost into that which isn't even real. When we step back here, everything's clearer in non-detachment. Everything's more peaceful in non-detachment. Everything makes more sense in non-detachment. And Shakti, of course, can just flow right through. And life can flow through. So we experience that as well. Anyway, I rambled on. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.